So you're moving to Camas, Washington, and you want to make sure you're moving to the best neighborhood. I got you. Stay tuned for the top 5 neighborhoods in Camas, Washington. Hey, it's Hannah Dubine with Coldwell Banker Bain and Dubine Realty Group here in Camas, and today I am giving you my top 5 neighborhoods in Camas, Washington. Now, I don't have these in any particular order because they all have different things that make them special, so it's kind of hard to rank them. You can rank them if you want to. I'm sure there's one that will be a standout for you, but these are my top 5. Let's get into it. The first neighborhood I want to tell you about is the Lacamas Shores neighborhood. If you live in Camas right now, you definitely know this neighborhood, and if you are moving to the area, you may or may not, but this is the only neighborhood that really borders up against Lacamas Lake, and that's our lake that is in the center of our city that we all enjoy. So that's a really great place to be. A lot of these homes have views from them, big picture windows, which are absolutely gorgeous. And you're also just a couple minute drive away if you want to go to Round Lake or to Lacamas Park. But one of the upsides of this neighborhood is that the HOA has its own private boat launch. So if you live in the Lacamas Shores neighborhood, you have private access to the lake, so you wouldn't really even need to go down to the park anyways. Lacamas Shores is kind of like the OG high-end neighborhood of Camas. It was built in the 90s and the early 2000s, and the homes in here can be absolutely massive, up to like 8,000 square feet, seriously, which is just huge for the area. And they're very stately. There are different types of homes in the neighborhood. Some of them have indoor pools, some of them have indoor saunas, a lot of them have big decks, 2 levels, so you can look out and see your beautiful view of the lake. I would say the downsides of the neighborhood are that a lot of the homes that come on for sale are outdated. They were built in 90s, 2000s, and that's a very obvious home style where if it wasn't updated, it's like, oh, this is old. So there's some not updated homes there. And another downside would be that the HOA has been in litigation for many years. Some homeowners have sued the HOA because there's been discrepancies on, do homeowners who have trees in front, do they get to cut the trees back to see the view? Do they have to leave the trees up? Who's in charge of doing that? So those little things. Prices in the neighborhood as I'm filming this are starting at about $1 million all the way up to $1.9 million. So pretty expensive neighborhood for Camas, but a beautiful one nonetheless. I definitely recommend checking out Lacamas Shores if you are in town looking to purchase here in Camas. Number 2 is the Belz Place neighborhood. I really love the Belz Place neighborhood as well, and it's very different from Lacamas Shores. It's not on a lake, but it is in a great location. It's kind of in the middle of Prune Hill, and it's close to Dorothy Fox Elementary. So a lot of people that have kids like living here because their kids' school is literally a block away. You can't beat that. And the home style here is like modern, contemporary Pacific Northwest homes. You get slanted roof lines and big windows, just very modern. So it's really beautiful. And the neighborhood was built by Palish Homes, a local home builder here. It was built between 2017 and 2019, so it's really very new. And the thing that makes this neighborhood really special, and basically why it's on the list, is because it has a community pool. So here in Washington, we don't really have a lot of pools unless the home is really high-end and it has its own private pool, or maybe you live in a condo or an apartment. Pools are kind of rare. There's only, as far as I know, 2 communities of single-family homes in Camas that have pools to share. So this is one of them. The other one is Green Mountain. But Belz Place has a community pool, which is really great. So if you have kids, you just dish your kids off to the pool, and that's awesome. Another great thing about the HOA dues in this neighborhood is that they take care of your front lawn. A lot of people have come to expect that if you pay an HOA, your lawn maintenance is taken care of, but we find that more often than not, it's not taken care of in this area. But this is one of the neighborhoods where they do landscape your front yard for you, and you get a pool. How cool is that? Something that's really nice about the Belz Place neighborhood is that if you are maybe looking in the more conservative range of like $850 to $950, rather than 1.2, 1.3 million, but you still want a pool, this neighborhood makes that accessible for you. Number 3 on my top 5 Camas neighborhoods list would be the Parklands at Camas Meadows. Parklands at Camas Meadows is a gated neighborhood here in Camas, and it is just a block away from the Camas Meadows golf course. That is our public golf course here in Camas, which is absolutely beautiful. And this neighborhood was a Parade of Homes neighborhood. And the Parade of Homes is put on by Clark County's Builders Industry Association, where all the builders who build custom homes get together and they build homes in a neighborhood, and they're just crazy and beautiful, and they have all these cool new features, and the public can come in and go through them. So any neighborhood that was the Parade of Homes neighborhood has really cool homes in them. And that means that all the homes are custom built and lots of modern styles in the neighborhood, really, really big homes, like 6,000 square feet up to 6,000-ish square feet. Prices in the neighborhood go from 1 to about 3 million. There is one home listed right now at about $3.7 million. It's a pre-sale, and it's the last lot that is on the green space because it's backing right to the golf course. That home has fire features and a waterfall feature in the center, which is something that you would see in probably like California. So it's rare for us, and it's gonna be a cool house to see go up. The Parklands is a neighborhood that's definitely all about lifestyle. You are living on the golf course. It's a golf course community. So if you live there, you probably like to golf. I'd say the downside of this neighborhood is that it's still being built. So you've got construction all around you, and the gates are never closed because all the construction workers have to come in and build. But nonetheless, the Parklands is a gorgeous neighborhood and one of the best for luxury homes in Camas. Neighborhood number 4 on my Camas top 5 list is the Village at Round Lake. The Village at Round Lake is right off of Round Lake, which is another lake that we have here in Camas. It's like basically attached to Lacamas Lake, and this one's really walkable. You can walk around the whole thing in, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes, depending on how fast you walk. And this is the only neighborhood that's kind of directly by the lake. The rest of the lake is surrounded by protected green space. And there's about 30 homes in the community. They don't really have yards and they don't really have outdoor spaces, but the main draw of this neighborhood is that you literally walk a block and you can walk around this beautiful lake. It's gorgeous in all 4 seasons. As for the houses themselves, they were built in the late 2000s and the early 2010s. And there's not much yard to them. They're small lots. Some of the homes can get pretty big. Prices right now go from the mid 500s up to just under $1 million. So still a pretty affordable place to be. Overall, I would say Village at Round Lake is just a very peaceful and serene neighborhood, and it's really nice if you want to go out and do a nature walk every day. All right, neighborhood number 5 on my top 5 Camas neighborhoods list is the Deerhaven neighborhood. Deerhaven neighborhood is pretty small. It's just a little pocket with like 2 cul-de-sacs, close to Lacamas Lake again, but not on the waterfront. And this neighborhood is modern, contemporary PNW homes to the max. When you go in the neighborhood, some of those homes are absolutely breathtaking. They have windows that go from floor to ceiling, but they're massive. Absolutely massive. Some of the ceilings inside are so tall, 20 plus feet. Some of the homes have fun, funky colors on the doors, which makes it cool. And they did a good job thinking about outdoor living in these homes. I toured one a couple months back that had the window that you roll up in the kitchen, and it's a bar and whoever's in the kitchen can serve you. And then it had a garage door roll up by the dining space so that it's kind of indoor outdoor living. Since Deerhaven is by the lake, some of the homes do have a view of the lake as well. I'm not sure if those will last forever, those views, because the land that's next to the Deerhaven neighborhood is undeveloped, and the north shore of Lacamas Lake, not directly on the lake, but just the north side of Lacamas Lake will be developed in the coming decades. So that view probably will not last, but nonetheless, it's still a fabulous neighborhood if you like those big, modern, sexy homes with massive windows. And I do have one honorable mention neighborhood, and that would be the Lookout Ridge neighborhood. So it's honorable mention because it's not technically in Camas, Sorry, cheating on this one, but it does go to the Camas School District because it's right on the border between Camas and 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐓. It's technically in 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶. It's right off Crown Road, but like it's right there. And the reason this one makes the list is because of the views. It's called Lookout Ridge for a reason. This neighborhood, by far my favorite neighborhood for views as a whole. It's just right on the cliff front. It's very hilly, and you get homes with daylight basements here. You get 2-level homes on the other side of the road, and you get like a 180-degree view of the Columbia River, of Oregon, the mountains, the trees. It's just really, really gorgeous. A lot of the homes in Lookout Ridge have double balconies again on the main floor or the basement or the main floor and the upper floor because they really want to take advantage of all of those views. I would also say that, the neighborhood, the style of home that Lookout Ridge is very much like the rest of Camas. It really does fit in. You go to Camas schools, I think it's a total bargain. That is my top 5 neighborhoods in Camas, plus an honorable mention. And I hope that you learned something new about it. If you have any questions about any of these neighborhoods, or you're thinking about maybe making a move to Camas or Clark County, I am happy to talk with you and help you out. All right, see you later.